Hey guys, good morning. I am going to pull over here for a second because I need to take a breather. Like, my hands are shaking because I'm just a little upset. And my God mornings are all about vulnerability, reality, real life, and how to turn what we go through in real life into a message and see God in that. And so I didn't plan on doing a God morning on a Saturday. I said I was going to take the weekend off, but I'll really have to hear from God on this one because I'm upset. I'm upset because I was just in a restaurant with my son. He just went to work and we decided to stop into this new place that we've never even frequented and just grab breakfast really quick. And the place was very crowded. It's a little breakfast cafe. It's very crowded. And, we've never been in there, so we don't know what the routine is. It's people standing all around. They're sitting, they're standing. You see a sign that says order here, and there's literally like one path to get to the register. And there's one way in and one way out. So you have to walk down the same path if you're going to the register or leaving the register, and then you're standing in the same path waiting on your order to be completed. So it's really, I'm sure when they opened, they were like, oh, this will work, but apparently they're super busy, which is a blessing. But structurally and for the sake of flow, there is none. So we made our order. We're standing off to the side, and the counter also, ironically enough, the pickup counter is in the same path. So you have come in and order, leave and wait, pick up your order, all in one area. So it's just really crowded. So I'm standing tucked away in a corner, looking at some magazines, and my son is beside me. And this woman walks up, and I don't only know she's there. If somebody's so close to you, you can feel their presence. So I only know that she's there because I feel someone in my personal space. And so I turn around and she's just standing there with this air about her, and just wanting to get by. So I move out the way and I say, oh, I'm sorry. She didn't say, excuse me, can I get by or anything? No problem. I move out the way. We're standing, continuing to wait for our order, and I get called up to the counter, or I go up to the counter to ask a question, and I finish the question, and I step back, and as I step back, I feel this hand on my shoulder pushing me, and I turn around, and it's the same woman, and she's got this same arrogant, she says, I don't even know what she said. I don't know if she said anything. She pushed me. She put her hand to push me, to stop me as I was stepping back, instead of saying, excuse me, I'm right here. And it upset me. Like, it pissed me off. I am one of the most understanding. I get it. No problem. But you don't put your hands on me. You open your mouth and you say, excuse me. We're in a crowded public place and there's traffic coming and going, and everyone else is saying, excuse me, pardon me, I'm sorry, making themselves known. But she just walked in and walked back by with this arrogance, like, you're standing behind me as if, and again, I only know she's there because the first time I physically feel her in my space and I turn around and say, oh, excuse me. But then the second time, she actually had the audacity when I stepped back to put her hands on me physically. It was a very public filled place. And my son looked at me. He knows his mama. He looked at me and he said, Mom, it's okay. But I'm sorry. It's not okay. It wasn't okay. Again, I'm one of the most understanding, God-fearing, Jesus loves you, praying women that you will ever find on the face of this planet. That was not okay. And I'm going to tell you right now, the human being in me, I had to go stand in the corner and silently think this one out. But I knew I was going to address it. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get stupid and get loud in here, because I'm not going to draw that kind of attention to myself. Oh, but I will address this with her. And I watched her with that same arrogance walk and sit down. And I patiently waited for my order. And I said, and I kept standing there going, was I wrong? Maybe was I stepping in her puppet? No, 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 no. She had no right to put her hands on my physical being. Because had it been my son that she did it to, then I probably would have got loud and drawn attention to myself. And so the problem in today's society with some people is that they do not understand or respect boundaries. You do not physically put your hands on another human being. She could have opened her mouth just like everyone else was and said, excuse me, I'm sorry, pardon me, perdóname por favor. I don't know. She could have spoke up. So I got my order and I'm standing there thinking, and I'm like, oh no, I'm going to address this. And my son is standing there. He's looking nervous. He's probably speaking in tongues under his breath, asking for the second coming of Jesus Christ because he knows his mama. And he's like, well, can I get my order? Can I leave? I'm like, no. You're going to stay right here and witness this too, baby, because this is the world we live in and this is not okay. And you have to speak up for yourself because, see, clearly no one has spoken to her and told her, baby, and you can insert whatever words you want to use right there. I'm going to say, baby, you don't do that. It is not okay for you to put your hands on me unjustly. There's no reason for you to put your hands on anyone unless you're defending yourself. And see, the thing is in that situation, had I felt my personal space being invaded or threatened, I had every right to turn around and put my hands on her. I did. However, so we're going to fast forward. We get the order. She's sitting in the corner and I'm going, what am I going to do with this? And I'm not really consulting God. I'm going to tell you that right now. I was not going, God, how do you want me to handle this? I was like, Takia, she's going to handle this. So I walk over to her and she's got her head down. And I got right here. I ain't touch her nose, but I got close enough. And I said, let me tell you something. We are in a public place. I do apologize for stepping into your space. However, the next time what you do is you open your mouth and you say, excuse me. You make your presence known verbally. We are in a public place. You don't ever inappropriately put your hands on another human being. And that's all I said. That's all I said. That's all God allowed to come out my mouth. And everybody parted like the Red Sea and got out my way. I love people. I promise you I do. I love them. God morning.